Hello, everybody. Matthew from therighttrader.com back again with another cryptocurrency video. This has been a long time since I've seen you all. So welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the stream, everybody. We will get right into it in just a few seconds. Give everybody a chance to join us. And right now today, I'm coming to you after the crypto market pumped quite a bit. So that's something that we need to review and talk about, right? This pump was no joke. I mean, you'll see here on the Bitcoin chart, this was literally a parabolic move to the upside. And I've actually not changed any of the drawings that I made in the past here just to show you that I was quite accurate with my levels. We're now coming up on the most recent bit of resistance, which is going to be this just below $22,000. Okay, so if we can get that above that, there's a very high chance that we head to 25K or even higher in that range, up to 28, 29K or so. So there is a lot of opportunity here ahead if we get this little push higher, which could still happen, right? Yes, this was a very big pump. And, you know, when we get pumps like this, there is going to be a pullback at some point. But right now, we're still in the bullish momentum, okay? I think that's what's important to consider here. Now, I am personally a little bit skeptic of this move lasting, you know, in the next few weeks. However, until then, we could still pump quite a bit higher. I wouldn't be comfortable calling this, you know, a bull market rally until we get back above this 32K level, okay? Until then, you know, there's still a lot of option to go, you know, up and down, but then just fall back lower again, okay? If we get above 32K, that's when it's a big enough you know, recovery where we may actually be able to see the new all-time highs. So right now, like I said, in looking towards the bullish momentum, we're going to first focus on this 22K level. After that, it's going to be 25K. I feel like if we go to 25K, there's a fair chance that this time we push higher. So that would mean seeing that 28K level. And at that point, we'd have to see how it's acting to be able to tell if there's a chance that we get back above the 32K level or if we're going to start falling back down. So right now, we are still fully in this bullish breakout, so to say, okay? Now, right now, we recovered from the FTX drop, okay? That was this drop right over here. And now we basically, right, completed the full recovery of that. So in a way, we kind of closed that gap. And like I said, I don't think we're just going to stop here with how much, you know, shorts are being squeezed right now, okay? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Welcome to our live 7 viewers. It's good to be back. I was very busy in the last month and a half, 2 months with an engagement. So now I'm back here to provide great crypto content for all of you. And I'm coming back at a good time here with the market looking a little bit better and stronger than where we left off, okay? We had the first few signs of a potential bounce on the last live stream I made, but this kind of beat many expectations here with, you know, in just a matter of a few days, completely recovering this, basically, you know, hole that we're in, right? And a lot of people are kind of saying, you know, is this the peak bottom? Was 15K the peak bottom? And it's upward towards here. There is that possibility, but what I'm saying is one step at a time, okay? We don't want to make too many calls like that while there still is, you know, very poor macroeconomic conditions right now in the global economy where we might be able to get a little bit higher, but then something might happen in the world where things go back down again, okay? And that's why I'm saying let's look at it one step at a time. Right now we are bullish, okay? So I'm not going to say that we're bearish or that we're going to start sinking lower right now because I don't think that's the case. I think shorts could get squeezed a little bit more here, but after that, I don't know how much the actual you know, overall financial economy can sustain some type of rally like this right now. In terms of the indicators, we are on the Bitcoin chart here, of course. So Bitcoin right now at $21,300. We are still extremely overbought on the RSI. I want to remind all of you, when we are in a bear market and we are overbought, that could be sign of the market dropping lower, okay? Meaning that we could see a pullback. However, this is a very important point. We've broken out of our downtrend, folks, okay? Now, we had already done this a little while back here, but now more than ever, okay, we are confirming that we are out of this bigger downtrend. So right now, like I said, there isn't really that much more opportunity for downside as of yet, because we did break out of this downtrend. So of course we're getting a very strong breakout, a very extreme breakout as a consequence to that. And I want to see your comments, folks. It's been a long time since I've done a live stream, so say hi to the stream. Ritesh saying, where you been, bro? Long time no see. I was busy getting engaged, very busy in the last month and a half, but I'm back here for all of you. Sorry for the wait. I know a lot of you probably wanted my updates here, especially with how much stuff has been going on in the crypto markets, but I am back and available for all of you here. So the MACD looking very good here. In fact, this is probably the indicator that's looking the healthiest right now. Yes, it is a pretty strong move, but this is sustainable in my opinion. RSI, I think we could still push higher. Like I said, right, we might push back up to 25K, for example, before seeing our first little pullback, okay? I'm not expecting any major pullback here. That is something that I want to make clear. In fact, I couldn't really see us pulling back more than about 18,000 at the current point in time at the very, very most, okay? Even that, I think, might not happen just yet. So that is as far as the Bitcoin chart is concerned. We're looking at a continuation of the breakout above 22K and then onwards towards 25K. And after that, that's going to be the key moment, right, to tell if we are going to get into the bull market or if we're going to see a pullback back towards sinking us down to 15K and below. It's going to be that 28 to 32K level, okay? In a way, you know, in the medium term to long term, this is the most important level right now. Of course, keep in mind, we've seen now a very very big pullback in crypto and of course for Bitcoin. Okay, and now we're starting to recover from that. So this is of course long-term probably a decently good buying opportunity. That's the case for most long-term indicators such as the Plan B chart, etc., etc. But like I said, I'm not saying we're out of the woods yet. I personally don't feel like that's the case. Short term, I do think we're going to see this pump continue. Let's go ahead and check out ETH to see what's going on. And actually, before I jump over to ETH here, I want to go ahead and take a look at the coin market caps. So in the last 7 days, okay, as probably many of you know, we have seen a very, very clear breakout. In fact, you know, seeing a 20% move for Bitcoin and Ethereum is no joke, okay? That's usually a pretty strong move for crypto, especially for the two biggest market cap coins, right? I mean, these are coins that are combined well over $500 billion in market cap, so a 20% move in 7 days, that is pretty crazy. And that also shows you, for one, how quickly crypto can move, and for a second, how much more we could go higher, okay? We'll see in the short term how much higher, but, you know, we could easily see another 50% pump here. And of course, looking more towards the long term, guys, you see how much these cryptos can move in just 7 days, okay? So I want you to look out to the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. And we are still thinking that we're going to see, you know, the 100K, 200K Bitcoin. We're going to see Ethereum above $10,000. These things are very likely, in my opinion. There is just a certain amount of time that needs to go by before that actually happens, okay? And that's hopefully the picture that I'm trying to paint for all of you to, you know, stay focused on the long term here, okay? These short-term moves are potentially interesting for traders, for anybody who's buying and holding long term. If anything, this is just a little bit of an accumulation period to buy more crypto on the dip. Nothing more, nothing less, okay? So let's see here. Moving onwards in this coin market cap, BNB doing pretty decent, finally recovering a bit after all the FTX drama. And you know, I think in a big part, this recent bullish breakout, right? This recent bull move that we got was actually almost entirely can be credited to just the market being exhausted from selling. Okay, what do I mean by that? You know, how much worse could the situation get? I mean, we had basically as disastrous news as it could get with FTX. And, you know, I can't even remember all the dramas that there's been. I mean, the crypto market was in an absolute, you know, panic. And that panic can only sustain so long, right? So now we're seeing the FTX thing kind of blow over. and the market can start to recover from here. I also want to remind you all that when FTX had all that drama, they were getting liquidated by billions of dollars, okay? So that was adding to the selling pressure in the crypto market cap. And if anything, you know, Ethereum and Bitcoin weathered that move pretty well, in my opinion, especially Ethereum here, right? Because it actually didn't break past its previous low. So that's something to keep in mind. And Ethereum has been performing very well here since we're getting this bullish breakout, right? Up a massive 35% here from near its previous bottom. Also recovering from the FTX drama very nicely. So we have a pretty big range here for ETH, right? We could easily head over to this $2,000 area right now. And to be honest, right, depending on how things go, maybe ETH will even manage to go a little bit higher than that, right? I'm thinking maybe 2,300, 2,500. Still very similar to what I said with Bitcoin, right? We need to give more time to see how we're going to be acting at some of these higher levels and if that can sustain, because I drew on the chart, right, the $400-500 area for ETH. That is a realistic peak bottom target. So we need to see if that's still going to play out, or if really there's enough buying pressure here and buying momentum to hold the prices, because it's one thing to pump, right? We can always pump. Okay, we pumped back here. The question is, will the pump hold? Okay, look at what happened back here. Yes, we got a pump, right when the market started turning bearish, but that didn't hold. So even more important than getting a pump is the move actually sustaining. Got a few comments here. Let's see. We got Blue saying, hi, welcome back, Blue. Long time no see. It's good to be back. We've got King of Crypto saying, take a short, you will get wrecked. Was all short liquidations, bro. We'll see a very slight pullback if we even get one. MM will probably wreck everyone, FOMOing in around 29 to 30K. I think this is very possible, right? That's why I said that I'd be very careful here, because I mentioned how many shorts are getting squeezed right now. You know, yes, it's obviously some people might get tempted to short when they see the RSI this high, but we are still in the breakout, okay? So we could see this continue to wreck anybody who's trying to short this, and as a result, what's going to happen? It's going to push the market way higher, okay? And then we're going to see if we're able to get that move that will push us back into bull market territory. Let's call it 2,500 for ETH and 30 to 32,000 for Bitcoin. Okay, probably 32,000 if we want to be safe for Bitcoin. After that, I think if we can get back above those levels, we will march onwards towards seeing Bitcoin head towards 100K for the first time, 100K plus. And I'm expecting us on the next bull run to at least go to 200K BTC. For ETH, we could be seeing something like 15, 20K for a peak high. So there is still a lot of long-term optimism here, for me at least personally. And that is, of course, something that you need to balance with not getting too caught up in the short-term moves, okay? Just to talk about some of the other smaller cryptos, XRP here, also doing pretty good. I want to mention that this rally was pretty interesting because Bitcoin and ETH were, in a way, some of the strongest performing cryptos here, okay? We can see that there's some altcoins that did not manage to perform as good as Bitcoin and Ethereum in the last 7 days, for example, okay? I mean, Cardano, for example, Dogecoin. I think all of these cryptos have a very good chance of pumping once more bullish momentum comes in, okay? And that's usually the case, right? Bitcoin and Ethereum usually lead the way, and then it trickles down into the altcoin. So I still think that Dogecoin is going to head towards $1, $1.50. I think Cardano here is an absolute great buy at 35 cents, okay? You know, this could go right back to $3 in the bull market, if not higher, right? $5, $6, $10. Who knows exactly what the high would be, but what I'm trying to say here is $3, right? It made new all-time highs on each bull run. That's something that I look out for on many of these cryptos, and Cardano has done that. So it being so low here at 35 cents, I think the risk reward is very, very good here. Now, what I want to say is, please, please, please keep in mind, you want to have exposure. This is my personal opinion, not financial advice. I'm saying this for myself as much as for everyone else. Remember, not financial advice, but I think it's ignorant to not own any Bitcoin and Ethereum in this type of environment. Why do I say that? Because yes, most likely, right, some of the smaller coins will outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum in a bull market, okay? We got things like Avalanche pumping 43%, basically double what Bitcoin and Ethereum did, okay? That can also be seen on some of the other altcoins out there. If you scroll down the list, Phantom up 40%. We have some of those decentralized metaverse coins like Decentraland that pumped, you know, I think about 88%, if not higher. So some coins will always outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum, but all of them will not, okay? In fact, most of the time, most altcoins do not outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum over months and years, okay? Ritesh saying congratulations for the engagement. Thank you so much for the support, Ritesh. And thank you to everybody who's watching this live stream. Make sure to smash that like button. I want to see those likes go up. Keep up with the comments, guys. If you have any questions, any comments, anything you want to ask me about the crypto markets, I've been in this game long enough. I know how these moves go. That's why I'm telling you, right? Keep Bitcoin and Ethereum in mind. Those should be priorities in everyone's portfolio, in my opinion, because those are the sure shots, okay? I don't think anybody here can seriously tell me that we won't see new all-time highs on Bitcoin and Ethereum if we get a bullish, period again, right? But that can't necessarily be said for some altcoins, especially when you go in the smaller altcoins, you know? That's something that I really want to make known here, because I'm worried that some people might get caught up again in some of the altcoins, and maybe some of these altcoins won't see all-time highs again, okay? I think some of them will, but some of them will not, okay? At least with Bitcoin and ETH, you know pretty much that you should get that new all-time high, and we're talking still basically 10x's for Bitcoin and Ethereum here, if we see the next bullish period, okay? What I mean by next bullish period, I really mean the next bull run, okay? And like I said, guys, don't get too excited either here, because right now, yes, we got this breakout. We could go a little bit higher, but we want to remember how long these crypto winters can take, okay? You saw how long this one is. There's a very high chance that we see, right? Yes, we can get a little breakout here, but there's a very chance that we see some extended period of time of flatness. For those who are wondering, you know, what is this bullish breakout that we're seeing right now? I think it's very, very, very similar to what we saw in the middle of the first big crypto winter, okay? I'm referring to this area right here. You will see it also on the Bitcoin chart. This was an area where we had dropped a substantial amount, okay? And we actually did hit our peak bottom, but then what happened? We actually got a pretty nice bullish pump. We're talking a literal 500% move here for Ethereum. Was that the beginning of the bull run? Absolutely not, because look at what happened right after, okay? While still being in this crypto winter, we fell back again another 75%. So that is no joke, guys. And that's going to be very rough for anybody who gets too caught up in this bull move, buying at 30K or so. So I'm still saying be careful here, right? I would consider holding any cryptos that you already have. That would be probably what I would do. Not financial advice, once again, folks. But seeing what happened here historically, be careful not buying into the pump too quickly and then eating a 75% drop again, okay? Me personally, I am waiting to see this pan out like I'm expecting. So getting this pump continuing, getting the shorts squeezed a bit more, but then I think we're going to see it flip back lower again. And on that second bottom, okay, that's when I'm personally going to consider buying in substantially, because I think that's going to be much closer to the next big bull run. Smash that like button if you enjoy that analysis. This is the best crypto channel on YouTube. You can look back at our calls, look back at everything we've talked about in the crypto market. In fact, I predicted back in 2017 the exact price of Ethereum. You can go look at that on my Ethereum price prediction video, the one that was I think I call it Ethereum price prediction 2017 to 2022, something like that, and you'll see how accurate that call was. I've been around since the beginning, the first bull run. I know how these cryptos move. You need to be careful with how these things act, because it's very easy to get caught on the wrong side of things. And the worst part about it is the time that you're going to have to endure on the wrong side of it, right? We know that things like Bitcoin and Ethereum especially will most likely see another big bull run eventually and push to new all-time highs like they always have. But if you're going to have to endure, you know, a year and a half being deep in the red, a lot of people will panic sell in that situation, right? I've been there myself many times. We just hit 10 live viewers. Thank you so much for the support, everybody. Smash that like button, guys. Subscribe if you haven't already. And you can always leave comments if there's cryptos you want me to do an analysis on. A lot has changed, right? A lot of these cryptos have now pumped a bit. Ask me in the comment section below. I will get to it. I will go ahead and do an analysis for you. Of course, if you want to make sure that I see your comment, or you just want to support the channel and support these live streams, please consider dropping a super chat. That can be done right near the comment section of this video. This is my first live stream back, so I'd love some extra support with super chats. That can be done right in the comment section where you drop a comment, that little $sign emoji. Click on that. That's how you can drop a super chat to help support the channel and help support the live stream. Now let's head on over to XRP. Of course, a coin that a lot of people have their eyes on as well. This one could be interesting as well in, seeing maybe a continuation of more bullish momentum, right? If anything bullish comes out with this could be an added big factor with causing the crypto market to turn a bit more bullish again. We talked a little bit about how these coins have been performing in the last 7 days. A fair, if not most of these coins have performed quite well here. Many seeing also around that 20% move, with a few exceptions going a little bit higher. But you see things here like ApeCoin that have only moved 7.8%, right? That's why I'm saying, look at what Bitcoin did, right? Bitcoin did over 3 times what ApeCoin did. So don't get too caught up with some of these altcoins, guys. Bitcoin and Ethereum provide the safest and most likely opportunity for returns here in the medium to long term. That's my personal opinion. That's where I'm going to be putting my money in the next few months. So that's kind of my thesis here. Yes, some of these coins are going to see very, very big recoveries, right? But that's if you pick the right one at the right time. That's why I'm trying to stay kind of away from some of the smaller altcoins here. I personally wouldn't really want to be moving out of the top, maybe top 25, top 30 max, okay? King of Crypto says he uses trading bots. What's your opinion on trading bots? It depends what type of trading bot it is, what type of returns it is. I can't really comment on that without more information. Into the Cosmos, I haven't seen your comment on the channel, so welcome to the channel. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. He's saying bottom is in long only, no pullback coming. I think there's got to be some type of pullback, right? Like I said, even if we are fully back into bullish momentum, when we hit 25k BTC or so, there's going to be some type of small pullback, in my opinion. So for XRP here, XRP is still range bound. Funny enough, never disappoints with this XRP. This is one of the most range bound cryptos ever, okay? It tends to stay extreme amounts of time in tight ranges, and that's what it's doing again, okay? This one between about 30 cents and 40 cents, okay? I'd already drawn it in previously. I didn't change this drawing. You saw me load up the chart here. We are actually not overbought on the RSI for XRP. So XRP is acting a little bit more slowly than some of the other cryptos here. Now, with that being said, we did recover very nicely from our bottom here, 35%. So it basically matched what Ethereum did. However, it is still range bound, right? While Bitcoin and Ethereum are fully broken out. So we're going to see more sustained upside once we manage to get above 41 cents. Okay, that's when we can really start pumping again and hopefully getting up to the 70-cent level here for XRP. Let's see here. So these are the 3 main cryptos that I cover in every live stream. There's of course thousands of cryptos out there. So if there's any coins in specific that you want me to cover, let me know in the comment section down below. I want to take a look at Litecoin because this is a coin that's really been surprising in how well it's been performing. Why is that the case? This is a proof of work coin. I think there's value in proof of work networks. There's not that many proof of work coins left. It's a coin that's been around forever, right? So people do trust Litecoin to a certain extent compared to other coins. And right now, right, even at 87 cents, we're still pretty low compared to the all-time highs. Now, of course, I was telling everybody, right, when we were around $45 to $50, I was saying this is just too low for Litecoin, right? There's no reason for Litecoin to be back as low as it was back here. So I saw that as being pretty substantially undersold. I think that Litecoin is going to continue this pump, and I think we're going to actually maybe consolidate unless we see a really big flip back lower in the crypto market. we're probably going to be in a higher range here for Litecoin. Okay, I don't really expect Litecoin seeing that $50 price anytime soon again. You know, I think here we're going to manage to sustain above $72 and maybe even above $100 if things start looking up for crypto. So like I said, guys, any coins you want me to do an analysis on, there's a lot of coins out there. I can't know exactly which ones you want me to take a look at. Just leave a comment and I'll cover it in this live stream. If you want to make sure I see your comment or you want to support the stream, please consider dropping a super chat. It is greatly appreciated and needed for the daily content creation on this channel. Other than that, while I wait for your comments or any questions that you might have, I will talk about a few news pieces here. I missed some of the other news pieces, you know, in the last week or two. It's not like there was anything, you know, that particular. There was just a whole bunch of stuff with FTX. But like I said, right, we're seeing kind of the upside of that, which is now that the peak selling has, you know, kind of reached its end, we're seeing this big short squeeze happen on the back of that, okay? And in fact, on the fear and greed index for crypto, okay, I've talked about this many times on the channel, we are at the highest I've personally seen it in the last several months, okay? Maybe the last 4, 5, 6 months. I have not seen it this high. So we're literally a bit above 50. And this is very good in terms of seeing the short squeeze and seeing the bullish momentum come back into place, okay? People think that, you know, the best time to buy is when we're super low on the fear. That is true, but it also comes with added risk, okay? In fact, it's much safer to buy once we start to see the bullish momentum come back in, we get that confirmation a little bit, okay? Obviously, you want to avoid maybe going in when it's extremely green, but right now, you know, I think we're still going to push this a little bit more into the green territory. And if we look back here on the historical values, like I was saying, right, I have not seen the fear and greed index look this good in a long time. Last month and last week, etc., we were still around 30 on the fear and greed, which was, you know, previously what I was seeing in the last few months, okay, during these live streams, etc. Now, with that being said, in terms of DeFi, okay, DeFi has been hit very, very hard as a result of everything that happened, okay? Many of the firms that blew up, you know, Luna, FTX, etc., all of these were heavily involved in DeFi through different means, okay? Three Arrows Capital. So DeFi has been hit some of the hardest out of this whole crypto drop. We're at 16 live viewers. That feels amazing. Thank you so much for the support, everybody. You're watching the best crypto channel on YouTube. And we are looking in the in-depth stats, right? Giving you the reason on why everything is happening. So you hopefully have, you know, knowledge above the rest of people, right? That just look at the surface of things, okay? And that don't pay attention to the differences between the cryptos and how they move. And also the back end, right? What is DeFi? It's the back end of crypto. For any proof of work, proof of stake coin, things like Ethereum, BNB, Polygon, right? This matters a lot. And what I wanted to show you is, yes, in the last month, we've seen a pretty nice move, but you'll notice that for the most part, right, the move in the actual cryptos has in a certain way outpaced the move of DeFi, okay? That's not something that I love to see. Now, we need to see how it acts in the next week or two, but we've only really moved, you know, a little bit over 10% here, I'd say. So that's for the overall here. We can look for Ethereum. Maybe that's a bit different. No, it's actually not that much different, right? We're looking at about 10-15% here as well for ETH. So, you know, we're seeing it outpace a little bit, which is why I'm saying once we reach the higher levels, 28K BTC, maybe 2,000, 2,500 ETH, be careful for a bigger pullback, a pullback that could literally push us into another big drop like I was talking about during the crypto winter, okay? For those of you, since our viewers spiked up, this is very important. Everybody in crypto should know what happened in the previous bear market, in the crypto winter, okay? We got a massive, massive spike, right? That pushed many cryptos to multi-100% gains in the middle of the bear market, okay? This is probably many people who are kind of, you know, deep into crypto. Many people like the ones watching this channel right now, right? Retail is gone. Retail, it's crickets from retail, right? No one is hearing their barber talk about crypto anymore, okay? And yes, my barber literally talked to me about crypto when it was pumping. So what I'm trying to say here is people who are buying here are not the same type of people, right? These are people who think they're a bit too smart, probably, right? And what ends up happening, right, is they buy this up just to eat another drop because there's not the macroeconomic conditions, there's not the amount of retail flooding in to cause an actual full-scale bull run, okay? And I think right now what we're seeing from many of these cryptos, not pointing out Litecoin specifically, because if anything, I think Litecoin is going to hold up better than the rest. But for many of these cryptos, right, we could see them start to pump. We could see Litecoin go up to 150 bucks and then fall back down again, okay? So be careful because that's what happened back here. And I think this little move right here, right, this hint of bullish pump that we're seeing could lead to something somewhat like this, give or take, okay? And that's why I'm saying don't get caught into it a second time. You're much better off waiting for this right here, okay? That's what I'm going to do personally. Maybe that'll cost me, but that's how I'm seeing it, okay? I'm going based on the chart. I'm going based on the historical data. That's all we can really go based off of. We got 2 massive super chats. Thank you so much for the support, everybody. Blue saying, missed the streams, my guy. I missed you too, Blue, and it's so good to be back. Thank you all for the support. We also have MN here dropping a nice little $7.77. He's asking, what do you think about AMP Flex Crypto? So I can go ahead and check that out for him right now. As of course he is supporting the channel, I give priority to anybody who supports the channel like him. So big thank you to MN and also to Blue here for their super chats. Huge thank you. It helps support the channel. It allows me to keep doing this on a daily basis for all of you. And sorry for that while there where I had to take a break, but I'm back here for all of you full time as of right now, okay? Looking at AMP Crypto, this is one that had a really crazy pump in the last bull market, okay? It, basically pulled back down to where it was when it started, okay? We saw the RSI here spike through the roof. This is a very sharp pump higher for AMP here. Now, in terms of the actual percentage move, this was a severe outperformer, 111%. Now, there's some things that I like about this. There's some things that I would be careful about this, okay? When you see coins that outperform Bitcoin and ETH that much, now, of course, this is a smaller crypto compared to Bitcoin and ETH, but they're going to see some type of pullback, right? However, I like the fact that it is seeing a very strong move compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum, okay? Because like I said, when you're seeing things like, for example, well, BNB here, you could say, or let's see, Uniswap right now, Monero, Ethereum Classic, you're taking on more risk by going into altcoins. So if you're not seeing them substantially outperform the moves of Bitcoin and Ethereum over here, you need to ask yourself the question, why am I going into these altcoins? Okay, I could just stick to Bitcoin and ETH and literally do better. So, of course, when you're seeing altcoins that do substantially better, right, that's not the case. That might be a reason to get some exposure to coins that really are able to outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum. Okay, right now we saw Solana do that. Solana is interesting right now. I'd be very careful with it, right? This is still a coin that has, skeletons in the closet, so to say, but it did outperform substantially, okay? Avalanche, very nice move. I love Avalanche. So pay attention to those coins that are able to outperform substantially, okay? That is a very big hint for the bull market because most likely the coins that you're seeing right now pump very nicely, like Curve, for example. That's been a pretty slow coin. Most likely these coins are going to reignite full force when the bull market comes back, okay? Meaning that they're going to actually manage to outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum in the bull run, okay? That is no small feat, as many altcoins, okay? People think that they got outperformed Bitcoin or ETH, but they actually did not, okay? So pay attention to that, folks. Pay attention to that. It's a key thing. For example, here, XRP did not perform ETH, for example, right, in this last bull market. Big thank you again to MN and Blue here. Hopefully I covered your question, MN. You can let me know if that answer was satisfactory. But in terms of the technicals here, just to give you a little bit more of an analysis, of course, we hit this 200-day moving average. We're pulling back from that, okay? This could still pull back quite a lot here due to this pretty aggressive move. Now, we are coming up on some support here, but I could see it falling back down to this level right here, 0.004. However, I'm looking here to hopefully see this. If the crypto market starts turning bullish again, we see Bitcoin go back up to 30K or so, ETH to 2,000. I'd expect this coin to maybe be able to reach this level right here, which I had previously drawn out, right? So this yellow line right at 1.5 cents, okay? And MN is saying, thank you, I made 2K, so I'm holding through summer, thanks. Congratulations on your profit. He's saying, great channel. Welcome to the channel, MN. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And big welcome to MN, who found the channel and also is supporting the channel right now today with our good old friend Blue here, which has I don't even know how many times he gave super chats, but I think he's probably our #1 super chatter. So big thank you to Blue here, always active in the streams and also always supporting the live streams as well, right? If anybody wants to make sure I see their comment, one of the best ways to do that is through super chats. I'll answer your specific questions on any coins or anything like that. So I gave you a pretty good rundown, I'd say, here of how these coins are moving, right? What to look out for in this type of market condition we're in, where yes, we are bullish right now, right? We are not bearish like we were a few months back. That doesn't mean that we can't see us return into risky territory again, right? Let's see here, all my messy charts. I'm trying to find a chart that's actually somewhat clean, but those are the things that I look out for here, okay? And like I said, any other question, now is the time. Of course, here, this is old news, but Bitcoin and Ethereum did rally over 20%, and the crypto market has reclaimed, okay, I gotta say, this happened really quickly, right? Even more quickly than I expected. We really quickly reclaimed the $1 trillion market cap for crypto. Right here, you'll see it, $1.04 trillion. Actually, I wanted to take a look at the heat map as well, but I want to remind all of you, right? Bitcoin and Ethereum, I really do think are going to see the day come where they're over $1 trillion in market cap, okay? In fact, I think Bitcoin is going to be over $2 trillion, and I think Ethereum is going to be over $1 trillion. So there is still a lot of upside in these two coins right here. Don't underestimate Bitcoin or Ethereum. Let's take a look at the heat map, kind of review of what's been happening in the last month. We saw Bitcoin and ETH deep in the green. In fact, you know, they did outperform many other altcoins out there, okay, which is what I was telling you. They outperformed BNB, they outperformed XRP, Doge, right? These are two hype coins that were actually performing very well in this more bearish period. Now, right, we saw Bitcoin and ETH take the lead here, okay? With that being said, right, most coins are in the green. Most coins performed very well here in the last month, okay? 27% for Bitcoin, 33% for ETH. If we look in the last 7 days here, you'll also continue to see Bitcoin and ETH continuing in taking the lead. In fact, even more so than in the last month, okay? So Bitcoin and ETH are really holding up nicely here. We can see some of these altcoins that are, you know, a little bit weak compared to Bitcoin or ETH. Of course, once we re-enter, you know, a full bull market, right, I think many of these altcoins will manage to perform just as well, if not better than Bitcoin or Ethereum. But these two coins always perform, right? It's Bitcoin and Ethereum at the end of the day. So that is something to not underestimate. You know, I've made the mistake of being only exposed to altcoins, you know, thinking that I was going to catch the biggest pump, and you know that could have partially been true, but altcoins move in very volatile ways, okay? They're much more stressful to hold. Personally, how I'm you know, going about things, I think the best thing would be to have Bitcoin and ETH on some type of hardware wallet and really be able to hold it for the maximum gains without having to worry about all the volatility and additional pressure that can come from some of these altcoins, okay? You should also be reminded that many of the problems that we saw in crypto in the last few months were from altcoins. And, you know, if you find that kind of offensive to maybe some of your altcoins holdings, look at the facts, okay? Terra Luna, one of the most, if not the most probably trusted altcoin out there, okay, apart from ETH, Luna blew up, okay? It was literally, let's see here, we can probably go back and find it, but Luna was one of the most respected and invested in cryptos from all sorts of different parties, okay? And I just want to pull up the market cap here to show you, how high we're at the peak. This was a $40 billion market cap coin. It was in the top 10 of crypto by the end of it, and it blew up down to nothing, okay? Keep that in mind, because that is a risk with altcoins. Of course, we saw more recently what happened with FTX, where, of course, FTX's coins kind of blew up, and anything that was related to FTX, such as Solana, although it recovered now pretty nicely, that blew up as well for several weeks, okay? And there are, of course, many altcoins that have not recovered from the FTX blow up, because FTX was invested, they were trading, they were doing a lot of things with many altcoins out there. Thank you all so much for the support today. Big thank you to our two super chatters of today, MN and Blue, for supporting the live stream. I will see you all very soon to give you more updates once we see what happens over the next few days. With that being said, right, apart from maybe very minor pullbacks here, I think we're going to see in the next week or two a continuation of the move above 22,000 for Bitcoin, and of course above $1,500 for ETH, okay? Like I said, we could see a slight pullback before that, but I'm not expecting any bigger pullback until we reach some higher levels right now. So with that being said, I would consider that the crypto market is, in a bullish pump for right now, and that shorts will continue to get squeezed. So be careful out there. Keep in mind what I told you all for the long term. None of this is financial advice though. Okay, so you need to make your own decisions with your own, due diligence. None of this is financial advice, but I'm just sharing my own thought process and my experiences from my years in crypto, okay? Of course, don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and big thank you to all of our viewers and Blue NMN for super chatting and supporting the live stream. Have a great day, everyone. It's great to be back, and I'll see you all very soon. Have a good day.